Today we're going to look at toys for 0 to 1-year-olds, the good, better, and best, and the toys you just leave on the shelf. We'll start with the absolute best options that I have to share with you today. I'm not saying they're the only options, but I'm going to give you tips on what to look for using what I have available. Often people look for teethers. What you want to look for is the fact that it's easy to grasp. So it's thin, it has something, it's lightweight. This one has gel in this that you can refrigerate, and it can give them a cooling sensation while they're teething that relieves pain. On each of these objects, it has a different sensorial experience as they teethe and chew on it and gnaw on it, that it tastes and feels different. It just feels different. This also has the ability, when you have connectors, that you can take a connector and hold it to your high chair, your walker, your stroller, your car seat, so that it doesn't fall on the ground. I would always look for the ability to do that, and also the ability that it's easy for your child to grasp. This is one of the better options for a teether. For a rattle, this is one of the best options. It's easily, your child can easily grasp it, put their fingers through it, to have different sensorial experiences with their mouth. It has a rattle, it shows movement, and then also it's easy to connect to your child devices so that it doesn't fall on the floor. So that is a better option, and it's lightweight. This one has longevity. It's really awesome. So you can make different shapes with it. It has different colors for teaching colors. There's no red represented, so it's difficult to teach red, yellow, and blue, which are the primary colors. So I would look for something with primary and secondary colors, to be able to use it as a teaching tool. But the cool thing about this is, as your child begins to use two hands, they can move it into different shapes. So it's one of the really cool toys that has a lot of longevity. It's easy to clean, easy to grasp. You can put a connector on it to make sure it doesn't fall on the floor. So that one has longevity. You could bring it out, let them play with it, put it up, bring it out again for another teaching moment. So I would like to say that's one of the best toys that I have to show today. Now we're going to move to the better category. So we saw some of the best, which is a few. If you look at what's on the market, it's a very few items that really meet what you're looking for. A sensorial experience in the feel, the look, the sound, easy to clean, easy for the child to grasp, lightweight. This is really an awesome toy. If it was gray and really looked like an elephant, it would go over here in the best category. But often we want to represent animals in the wrong way, and there's no blue elephants. So if you find toys that have a sensorial experience with sound, with texture, easy to clean, has a ability to connect to your devices, that would be in the best category. So unfortunately, because it's not realistic, I'm going to put it in the better category. So this is one of the better ones. It has sound and texture, and it's easy to wash. This one does not have sound, but it has texture. It has several places to chew on and teethe, and it's easy to wash. It doesn't really have that connector loop here for connecting to your devices, but this is still a good option that your child will enjoy. This is also something that they can chew on. It has some sound and textures throughout, and it has a rattle inside, and it comes with its own connector. So this is one of the better options as well, and has longevity to that, easy to clean. This is one of the better rattles. It's easy to grasp. It has movement and sound. So, and again, easy to clean. That's one of the better options. This one is a geometric shape, so it's three-dimensional. It has a ball. As they start to use two hands, this will really be a lot more of interest, but still it has the ability to connect. It's easily cleaned. It has sound and movement, and it has the primary colors represented. This looks more to me like orange than yellow, but because if you look at this in comparison, it looks orange. So look for something that really has the primary colors red, blue, and green. Red, blue, and yellow that show accurately, not something that looks orange and supposed to be representing yellow. So I put that in a better category. These are musical in nature. This is like a baby rattle, but it could be a maraca, so it has dual uses. It's easy to grasp. It has sound, but it doesn't have any way to connect it, so this is something I would leave at home, maybe use it for music time. Same thing with this, it's a baby tambourine. It's an early representation of a musical instrument, which you could teach care of and gentle use of, and it could be designated for a time you bring it out and then put it away. The same thing with this, it would be hard to clean, maybe even dangerous to teeth on, so this would be for an older child for music time and then put it away. So it's considered a rattle, but I don't know. I would definitely not want to use that as a rattle. I would want to use that as a musical instrument. Put it away, bring it out, put it away again. This is a great toy if your child is in their high chair, their walker, their car seat. It shows a lot of movement. It has textures. It has the primary colors. It has reflecting capabilities. But it does have these crevices that are hard to clean. So that's why it's not in the best category. It's in the better category, but it's a little bit hard to clean, but still a very good toy. And then this, it would have been in the best category, but we don't have pink elephants. So it's not realistic, so it's just in the better category. But it has ribbons, it has crunchy thing inside, it has textures, it has a rattle in it, so it has sound and textures. And then it has a connecting loop so that you can connect it to your devices. So I put this in the better category. But had it been a realistic looking elephant, it would have went in the best category. Again, these are the good toys, but not the better or best toys. So again, this one does not have a good representation. It's a teething ring. It has a connector. It doesn't have a good representation of yellow. Again, it looks more orange than yellow. And so also, if you look at the toy closely, it has where things are connected and dirt and spit up and things can get in there and you really can't clean it. I don't know how a person would clean something like that because it's hollow in there and germs will hide. As well as the connecting ring has all these little crevices where germs can hide. So this would be good, it's functional, it will take a lot more effort to clean, but it's still a good toy. And these are a good toy. Had it had a blue key instead of a purple key, it would have probably went all the way over to the best category because again, it's got solid, it's got a connector, they're easy to clean, lightweight, they don't take up a lot of room, but it really needs a blue key. It would have been one of the best teething rings. And this is a rattle. It shows movement, it has sound, and it does have texture. However, this one here, it if you can see, it has crevices where these things connect, and a lot of germs will be getting in there and difficult because each of these plastic pieces are separate. But it does have movement and sound, easy to grasp. You can connect this to your devices. So I still put it in the good category, but all the busyness of colors. There's no primary colors. There's no functionality as far as teaching the colors, but it has movement and sound. Then over here in the category, I would just omit altogether all of these. This is just too big to grasp. You could connect it, but honestly, it has a little bit of movement, but there's not a lot going on to teach your child, and it's not easily grasped by a young child. I would say maybe a child past 3 months old, up to 6 months old may have interest for this because you can change direction and movement. And it does have sound when you do this. So I would say more of a 3 to 6 month old, but not for 0 to 3 months old. Again, the same thing for this one. It has flexibility, and it can be of interest to a child that can use both hands. It has colors, textures, and sound, but not good for 0 to 3 months, but maybe 3 to 6 months. And this rattle, it has these grooves that are really hard to clean. The color, it doesn't represent the primary colors. I would just omit this one altogether. The same thing for this one. It doesn't have a lot of functionality. A blue elephant, I would just omit this one altogether. There's better options. These teething rings and connectors, it just has a lot of places where dirt can get, as you can see. This one has a nice mirror, but again, it's digital. It's not needed. I would omit the digital stuff altogether for early child development, and just stay away from things that aren't realistic. And this one, although it has fun sound and it was cheap, it's not easily grasped by your child. This one, it's this wonderful wood toy that I'm sure cost a penny, but it's just wood. There's all the primary colors aren't even there. There's no red, and it just has no use. And so these are the toys that I would say just omit. There's no good way to connect this thing. Might have some fun textures, but it doesn't have the colors you want to teach. It is a cube. You could use it as a cube when you're teaching geometric solids, but that's about it. Stuffed animals that aren't realistic, omit them all together is my recommendation. Then this right here, this expensive toy. It's so busy. It has an irritating noise, and there's not much going for it. It has crinkly sounds, but I would just omit this busy, expensive toy altogether. So there you have it. Good, better, best, and don't even bother. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.